Welcome to Talkpoint, your trusted source for verified, balanced, and fact-based reporting from across the United States and around the world. In Washington, the debate over government funding continues to dominate headlines as Speaker of the House Mike Johnson addresses criticism surrounding his latest move to prevent a federal shutdown. In a public statement, Johnson defended the temporary spending deal passed by Congress, saying it was the responsible action needed to keep the government open and avoid financial disruption across the country. The United States came within hours of a potential government shutdown before lawmakers approved a short-term funding measure known as a continuing resolution. The bill, passed with bipartisan support, will keep federal agencies operating until November 22, 2025. President Joe Biden quickly signed into it law, ensuring that federal employees, military personnel, and essential programs would continue without interruption. Speaker Johnson emphasized that the decision was about stability, not politics. He stated that leadership requires responsibility and that avoiding unnecessary shutdowns protects American families and the economy. Johnson explained that this short-term bills buys Congress the time it needs to negotiate a long-term budget agreement covering the nation's defense, domestic programs, and border security priorities. However, Johnson's decision has drawn sharp criticism from some members within his own party, particularly from the conservative House Freedom Caucus. Hardline Republicans have accused the Speaker of compromising too much with Democrats and failing to push for immediate spending cuts. Despite the backlash, Johnson maintained that the move was not a concession but a strategic step toward restoring fiscal discipline through individual appropriation bills rather than massive last-minute spending packages. On the other side, Democrats have praised Johnson's effort to avoid a shutdown. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries called the vote a sign of responsibility, bipartisan cooperation, saying it spared millions of Americans from unnecessary hardship. The White House also expressed approval, thanking both parties for preventing what he described as a manufactured crisis. Economists and political analysts agree that a government shutdown, even a short one, can have lasting consequences. It can delay federal paychecks, disrupt key services, and create uncertainty in financial markets. Analysts also noted that Johnson's pragmatic tone may signal a shift toward a more cooperative legislative approach ahead of next year's critical budget votes. Still, challenges remain. With just weeks left before the next funding deadline in late November, Congress faces a familiar race against time. Lawmakers are deeply divided over spending priorities, including border security funding, foreign aid, and domestic program budgets. If no long-term agreement is reached, the United States could once again face the risk of a government shutdown as the holiday season approaches. His remarks, Speaker Johnson reiterated his commitment to what he calls responsible governance, saying he will continue to push for transparency and accountability in federal spending. He also urged both parties to put aside political divisions and focus on maintaining the government's stability for American people. For now, the government remains open and essential services are operating normally. But the next few weeks are expected to bring renewed negotiations, political tensions, and renewed security of congressional leadership on both sides of the aisle. As the nation watches, one thing is clear. The coming month will be a key test for Speaker Mike Johnson and his ability to steer Congress through another high-stakes funding challenge without another showdown. This is Talkpoint bringing you verified, fact-based news from across the United States. Stay informed, stay engaged, and subscribe for more updates on US politics and world affairs.